Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing another case. So we're going to do the second session from the 12864 morning session. So last time we did the passing notes, which I think was the second stage, so the final 64 for the afternoon session, the one that was broadcast. But we're going to do the morning session. Session 2, which is by Diarmuid, who you might remember got full marks on the passing notes thing. I think we did as well. Everyone else really struggled with it because they didn't know, I assumed because they didn't know Unicode, Unichar was a thing. Diarmuid's cases tend to be very difficult. This looks like it's based on Othello, popular game, something called Reversi. I think I had a copy when I was younger where it was little square-based pyramids or triangular prisms even, and with squares as the sides, and you just rotated them round, one for white, one for black, and one for blank. But basically you put down a piece and it changes other pieces on the board. Quite a complicated game. I'm not sure how that's going to come with modelling. Like last time, the answers seem to be where it's opened up, and we're going to hide column F, so that we don't see which ones are right until we get a bit further through. Got a current score at the top. So we're going to have a go. I'm going to start the timer and read through these instructions. As I said, quite a complicated game. So let's see what they have to say about it. We've messed up how pretty it looks. There we go. Let's extend this out this way instead. So it's a board game played between two players. It's an 8x8 board, reversible pieces. A player can play a piece if... note these are not the complete rules. Cool. A player can play a piece if the place is empty. You can't place it on top of someone else. And if adding the new piece completes a straight line in one direction, horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, where both ends are a piece of the colour just played and all the squares in between are the opponent colour with no blanks, after the move, all these pieces are changed to the player's colour. Okay, it's been a while since I played Othello. Does that mean then, one, can you get multiple captures, is my question, and two, if you play somewhere like this, is this valid for this direction, because you can capture just this, and it's valid this far, or is it not valid because it's not an unbroken chain, and, yeah, okay, can't remember. Let's have a look at these examples, see if they tell us. So A1 is not a valid move because there's no capturable pieces. B1 is a valid move because it completes two lines, both horizontal and diagonal. So horizontal to D1, so to there, so that's good to know. Partial line and diagonal to there, D3? Yeah, D3. And C1 is not a valid move because there's already something on it. Okay. Let's have a look through these questions. No bonuses again. Looks like I think the other morning session didn't have bonuses from memory. Level 1, very easy. How many black and white pieces are on the board? Level 2, easy. How many black pieces? Let's just do these two before we even look anywhere else. Let's just... Let's just do this a second so that we can check our answers. $38. Bam. 20. Is that right? White? Yeah, it's just because dark mode. There we go. We shouldn't really be using this scorecard yet, but there we go, 212 points on the board. 212? 160 plus 220. One of them's wrong. I'm going to be naughty and just have a look at... It's not wrong. It's not wrong. I pasted over something. Somehow. Silly boy. Did I? Must have done. Silly boy. Right, we didn't read the other questions, did we? But there we go, some points on the board already. Level 3 medium. For each of these boards, can white play a move? Y for yes, no for no, N for no. For each of these boards, how many pieces will white capture, assuming it is a valid move? So I reckon we can build these two together. And of all the valid positions, which would capture the most pieces? Oh, that's a difficult one. That's going to... How would you do that? Let's start by building up levels 3 and 4. So we need an index as ever. I think we can use the exact same calculations for both of these and then just use whether or not the score is greater than 0 for our yes no. So let's do level 3. Let's do a level helper, just because otherwise we're going to be doing a takeaway 2 every time, and that's going to be that takeaway 2. Target cell. That is simply going to be the index of, and we can use choose here. So choose is a function where you put in an index number. There we go. So we're going to use our level helper, and then you can give it two values or two ranges. So we're going to give it this, and we're going to give it this. And what this means is that we haven't closed our bracket. You're absolutely right. How many to do that? There we go. What this means is look at this value. Whatever this value is, choose that numbered value in the provided things. So this is value 1, this is value 2. It takes ranges, so it won't sort of return within the ranges. It won't return like this third one within this. So if we take that index out, for example, you can see it's just returning all of that, and it will return all of that for the other one. So let's just whack that back around. Board. Okay, how's this labelled? Is it labelled? It's labelled exactly as you would expect it to be. Eight by 8 board. Excellent. And then we're going to use our level helper again to choose either this set or this set. And then we're going to use choose rows to get the row that corresponds to our index. And then we're going to use wrap rows, which tells it how many things do I want. I want 8 things. Yeah, 8 things. And then we're just going to do a quick check on this. This is our this one. So A1, B1. So let's just make sure we're doing it the right direction. So that should be our there we go. Okay, brilliant. Whoops. There is our board. So make them look nice. If we cancel points, at least let's make our model look good. Okay, what were the rules? So 1, nothing in space, and 2, who told you to wrap? There we go. Is move blank. Right, I'm just going to pull the target cell down here again. Target row, target col. So we can use the row of our friend indirect and the column version to get our row and column numbers. Is blank, so that is going to be choose rows of choose cols of our lovely thing here. And we want to choose the first column and we want to choose the first row. And we want to check that that is blank. There we go. And that should stay true and then go false there. There we go. So far so good. Okay. If we are in the space, we now need to check if it is a valid move. So, what is the maximum number of spaces you can go? So it's 8 wide, so the most you can go is 7. So let's get ourselves a nice little 7 wide, and you can move up, down, left, right, diagonally up left, diagonally up right, diagonally down left, diagonally down right. So we can do this twice, once for row, once for steps, once for columns even. So we're going to take this as a number of steps. So if we are going up, then that is our target row minus this. If we're going down, it's that plus this. If we're going left, it is just this, the same as if we go right. If we go diagonally up either direction, the same as going down, the same as going up and the same for down. There we go. Now we just need to do this the other way around. So this time it's just the column, so up and down doesn't change the column, up and down doesn't change the column. Left is going back a ways, right is going forward a ways, whoops, right is going forward ways, and then the diagonal right, so the same as going right, and the diagonal left, so the same as going left. Awesome. Ooh. Row and columns. Is within bounds. Let's highlight that so we don't forget it. I think I'm going to be doing that a lot. Okay. So this has to be greater than 0, less than 1, greater than 0, less than 1, less than 9. That's what I mean. Okay, so this is just checking, is this a valid position on the board? So basically, is the row number between 1 and 8 inclusive, and is the column number between 1 and 8 inclusive? Excellent. So now we know if we can actually play, if that is actually a thing on the board. So now we can use this to If this is true, then we want to choose rows, choose cols. We did this already, didn't we? We did that here. Thought we'd done that already. There we go. But now our column is this and our row is this, and we actually want the value, and we only want to do that if this is true, otherwise it's a big fat blank, and we need to lock our B7. Nothing on that because none of those are on the board. Okay. So far so good. Right. We're not on blanks. So let's just check that things aren't blank. Whoops. So that, first of all, is not blank. So that's just simply going to be this is not equal to nothing. Let's just make some copies of these here. In fact, we could put these into named ranges. Would that speed us up? Okay. Right, now if this is true, then we want all of this, otherwise we want nothing. So that's simply saying that's going to filter out our ones that don't have any. Is that right? Where are we placing? There. So should be this diagonal, white, white, black, white, white, and this straight down, black, 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 black. Yeah, that's all we've got. And if we change this to there, then we've got this, and we've got this, and we've got this, and we've got this. Should be 4 on the end. Okay. Let's fold in this is blank to here. Because then we won't need to worry about that later. So that should, when this is 3, make everything false. Beautiful. Let's keep it on number 2 then, because we know that's got the right answers. Oh, we are running out of time. So now has whites. So we're going to count the whole thing on the whites and check that it's greater than 0. Brilliant. With whites, actually we starts with black, So that's simply going to be that this is black, and now we want this filtered. Using this, will this work with the filter? We'll find out. That's not what I wanted to do. Right, I wanted to say, if it's false, don't do anything. Otherwise, grab the whole row. Now, if it's true, don't do anything. Otherwise, grab the whole row. No, if it's true, grab the whole row. Otherwise, don't do anything. That's what I want. Speaking backwards. Cool. Okay, and now we want to ones until white. I'm going to take this, I'm going to take this, I'm going to say if that equals black, then 1, otherwise 0, just for that first column. And then for this next column, we want to check that the thing before equals 1. So what we're doing here is we're saying so it's zeros once you hit the whites. Okay, cool. Total score is going to just be the sum along the row. Okay. And then we're going to have our sequence of 20 questions. And how was it again? One of the two had extra examples. Three had 3 examples, so it's starting from 5, and it had 1 example starting from 3. Sequence 20 questions starting from, if that's 1, then 5, otherwise 3. And then if that equals 1, because I don't think this works with the choose as well, so we'll do, if that's 1, full score is just the sum of these, E114. So that's 1. Then we do E114 greater than 0. And it was Y's and N's, wasn't it? Just to make things annoying. Otherwise, E114. Then we can do our data table. Data. Column is our index, and automatic calculations are turned off. It's a lot of no's. No. And if we make this level 4, it's going to magically change. Yeah, because that's a false one. 5 is our example. Oh, okay, 5 minutes. 5 minutes for level 5. So for level 5, this doesn't matter anymore. So delete that, that's going to cause some issues. Target cell is going to be, we don't have a target cell, so I'm going to call that A1. That can be one of our inputs. This just needs to be this. And then this needs deleting. And we're going to get a full score from here. And there's going to be a two-way table, so we're going to get a sequence. 30 questions? 30 questions starting from 3. 30 questions starting from 3. Oh, do I want to do every single, do I want to do this? This is going to be so slow. Okay, so first of all I need a list of names. As a row across here. Oh, this is going to be so slow. Data table. Two-way data table. So the row input is our target cell and our column input is our index. And that's crashing my computer. Okay. What do we need to do? Of the valid positions, which captures the most pieces? So that's our score. So we then want the max score of that. That's going to be really slow. And we then want to look up, running out of time, our value in that and return our names. That's really slow. A8. A8's not the answer. Oh. A8's not the answer because A8 isn't in our examples, so we want sequence of 32. I really want to check this example. Data table. Column input is our index and our row input is our target cell. Oh, that looks like it might be right. Oh, 955! Oh, I'm going to call it. Okay, we're going to call it. We're going to say that we finished. Which one went wrong? That one went wrong. And that one went wrong. And that one went wrong. And that one went wrong. Why are the random ones going wrong? Are these real edge cases? So that should have been a no. So let's have a look then. So that's level 3, question 111. Oh. Right, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. See, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8, 8. So A8 isn't valid. So why does it think it's valid? I never put a check that there was actually a white on the end. Oh, I was really lucky that that was the only one with that example. Okay. Let's see then. There we go, there's the timer. Everything's being really slow now because of these data tables. I'm pretty sure you can tell it not to update data tables every time you do something, but there we go. So this is going to start from this end. It's going to say if this equals white, so it's just going to be equals, that is white. Okay. So it's going to be, that is black, and the next one is white or black. Okay. Let's start a timer. Let's stopwatch. And let's just see how far we can get with this. Can we work out how to make this work? Oh, we're so in it that now I can't remember what we were doing. So, let's walk through it. We get our target cell. We work out what the up, down, left, right, diagonal up, left, diagonal up, right, diagonal down, left, diagonal down, right rows and columns are. Checks within bounds. If it's within bounds and it is a valid space, because we've folded that in here, then we pull in what those pieces are. We then work out and then check that it's not blank. And we're only really interested in that first one, so we just put in the first one that's not blank. the only ones that aren't blank. We then check that it has whites in it, and then it starts with black. So we want a continuous run. So that equals black. Okay, so that's fine. And this one is going to just be if the one before it is true, and at least one of them is white or black. That's fine. And then this is if true, then that. Otherwise nothing. And then this is just going to be for there now. So let's see, does that cure you? It does, but it causes other issues. Okay, we'll just take the win. I'm not going to work through this. I might work through it another time. I might save it now and have a look. But these first two were really easy. Just counting the number of whites, counting the number of blacks, and then just counting the number of blacks. Level 3 and 4 and 5 were more complicated, but we managed to roll them in together. We were quite lucky there weren't too many of these types where you're placing somewhere and it's got a gap before the white, because I forgot to account for that. But with that in mind, we still managed to score the majority of the points. Got 955. So let's have a look. So this was the morning session round 2, and that looks like a very good score. Yeah. Alright, I'll take that. It is, oh there we go, this I'm doing really well. It's always easier to do these without the pressure of doing it live. Doing it live makes it so much harder. Your brain is slightly distracted. I'm not convinced under pure pressure I would have been able to do this, and the fact that I am familiar with Othello probably helped as well. But even so, something to feel good about. Not really that much of interest, to be honest, in this one. We used countives. We used this choose, which is always useful to choose the first and the second sets, so that we could do 3 and 4 on the same model. And we used the two-way data table here, and then got the maximum value and then looked it up backwards. Other than that, it's just true-false conditions, really, going through and filtering them down until you have only the ones that are scoring you left. And this whole thing's going really slowly now because I've got that two-way data table, which is really slow. Yeah, and then just adding up your full score at the end. So nothing too interesting here. Really fun challenge. Not that interesting to watch, but a really fun challenge. So hopefully nothing quite so hard. Maybe just an ounce easier on Saturday 29th would be great. Because one small slip up and that would have all gone down the toilet. But there we go. Excellent. Yeah, I think that's all there is to say about this one. So we'll try another one in a day or two and see how we go. Excellent. Thanks, guys.